I
Yeah.
don't think we give Zack Snyder enough credit.
Yeah. I'm glad that he's doing stuff that he enjoys now.
Right.
It just seems like he finally has some freedom to kind of just mess around, and he's just enjoying. And like maybe he doesn't have the stress of WB on his
Oh,
back all the time with DC stuff. So he's like let him do his thing for now. Maybe WB changes their mind. Maybe they actually like change up like their whatever like the management structure is, and then hopefully they actually let Zack Snyder do
I
it.
think there was something happening with AT&T and Discovery.
Yeah.
And they
Right now it
and
is.
what they've said is the new incoming CEO of the streaming areas, like he's from Discovery, and he seems to be one that might actually be on board with getting a HBO Max snyderverse.
Yeah.
Don't know how that's gonna pan out, but I mean, look, there's talk still, which is great. But
And
yes,
I was gonna say, I will say, like, because of this is obviously not related to movies and film, but this, like, this is just Hollywood, and this is just, I don't know why people care about this stuff. But Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, like, their photos keep coming out, and I'm like, okay, like, that's cool. I don't really care about that part. But when you look at Ben Affleck, he looks really in shape.
right?
Like, that was what I noticed, and I was like, dude, you look like Batman now. You like the hair. He's like really in shape. Like he went through like a lot of issues with alcohol and stuff like that. So like I'm glad that he got help. And it seems like after getting that help, he's been really taking care of himself. And I was like, oh my god, you look like Batman. Please make him Batman again. Like bring him back.
The thing is, the longer they wait, they're gonna start losing out on people. Like Henry Cavill just announced that he's gonna be in the Highlander reboot.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
another very, very big property. And I've been
Yeah.
meaning to watch the old stuff, so I have to watch it now because they're gonna reboot it, and I want to see what the original was like. But that's probably one of the few shows, along with Quantum Leap, that I want to see back, because you can do so
Yeah.
much with it now, like so much. And Henry Cavill now is gonna be in The Witcher. He's gonna be in this. How are you making, and along with his movie career, because he's coming in the Enola Holmes sequel as well.
Yeah.
So at what stage will he have enough time to come back as Superman? So they need to start locking this stuff down.
I don't think they will. The problem is like they're still so unclear as to what they want to do, and I think they're gonna see how this Batman with Ron Pattinson goes.
Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
like Joker 2 is already in the making, which I'm not sure how, like, because Joker 1 was so perfect. As long as I mean, Todd Phillips is the one that's writing the Joker 2 as well, so he was the one that wrote the first one and directed the first one, so he's on board for it. As long as Joaquin Phoenix is on board and everything is fine and they're just working together, like it'll be interesting, because obviously it's like Joker was such a good movie, but I'm like, if you can just somehow get Joaquin Phoenix's Joker into a Batman universe, like that combination, and like it can just be such an amazing story, and it can be so good that like that will kind of bring DC back, like to the point of like Avengers
I have
Endgame.
confession. I've never
Uh-huh.
watched the Joker.
Oh wow, you need to definitely watch the Joker. Joker, like if you watch the Joker, like it will change. See, this I would actually recommend, if you can hold
Yeah.
off, get a Sonos surround sound stuff at your house, and then watch the Joker.
Okay.
Because the cinematography, and like the fact that Todd Phillips, the guy that directed the Joker, made Hangover, and then he made something like the Joker is like the equivalent of I forgot the guy's name, something Mangold, John Mangold. I remember he made Kate and Leopold, the one where Hugh
Oh.
Jackman was like from
Yeah,
the
that was a good
1800s, and
movie.
I think, right, he made that, and then he made Logan, the one with Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine, and that was like, oh my god, he made Ford versus Ferrari.
Right.
Like I'm just, it's like that shift, like going from there to
Yeah.
there. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Joker. I'm like, wow, and like after seeing it, and the fact that I think it's the biggest box office R-rated film of all time. Like I think it was kind of like almost like Deadpool. They spent like barely any money to make it, and it made like nearly $1 billion, if not $1 billion.
Yeah.
And that just shows you that's a DC property with just Joker, the villain, in it. And I'm like, this is how big the DC property is, and it just tells you how bad Warner Brothers is at managing their properties.